Since the verdict came, maybe I'll get some peace.
Michael's not gay. He's not gay. I'm here to say. And this is what a lot of people think is because the way he looked. You can tell when a person's gay. Sometimes you look in his face and you can say, oh my God, that guy's gay. You can tell from their movement and all. Michael's not gay.
Michael, he'd had his nose done too many times. Now the other stuff, I don't think he did the other stuff.
There is one question that has haunted millions of Michael Jackson fans for years. How could the most famous entertainer on earth, the man who made stadiums shake, who inspired generations, who gave the world songs that still fill dance floors decades later, end his life feeling so alone? For Katherine Jackson, he was never the king of pop first. He was simply her son, the little boy from Gary, Indiana, whose extraordinary talent would one day change music forever. But behind the dazzling lights, behind the screaming crowds, behind the glittering glove, was a man carrying a weight few people could ever imagine. Michael Jackson wasn't born a legend. He built one. Every record, every performance, every impossible dance move, every unforgettable song. None of it happened by accident. Long before the world knew his name, Michael was working harder than most adults while he was still a child. Hours of rehearsals, relentless discipline.
Boy, you come over here when I call.
The pressure to be perfect every single night. While other children played outside, Michael was chasing greatness. And somehow, he caught it. But greatness came with a price. As his fame grew, so did the walls around his life. The bigger Michael became, the harder it was for him to experience ordinary moments. A simple walk outside became impossible. Shopping turned into a security operation. Even leaving a hotel often meant thousands of fans waiting below. The world loved Michael Jackson, but the world also watched him every second. Every appearance became a headline.
And all of those things. It just made me very, very, very sad.
So he would tease you, make fun of you?
Yeah.
Did he ever beat you?
Yes, he did.
You scared of him?
Very frightened. There's been times when he'd come to see me and I would get sick.
Every decision became a debate. Every mistake became international news. Imagine living like that. Imagine never truly knowing whether someone wanted to meet Michael or simply wanted to meet the world's biggest celebrity. Despite it all, Michael never stopped creating. Albums like Thriller, Bad, Dangerous, and History didn't just top charts. They changed popular music forever. He wasn't satisfied with success. He wanted every performance to feel impossible. Every concert became a spectacle. Every dance rehearsal demanded perfection. If one move wasn't right, he practiced again. If one note wasn't perfect, he sang it again. Michael believed audiences deserved his very best. That relentless pursuit of perfection is one reason his legacy still feels larger than life. Even today, years after his passing, children who were never alive during his career learn the moonwalk. Artists still study his performances. Fans still fill theaters, concerts, and tribute events across the world. His music continues to cross generations in a way few entertainers ever achieve. And perhaps that's because Michael gave people more than songs. He gave them memories. A first dance, a family road trip, a concert they never forgot. A moment when music made the world feel connected. That is the kind of legacy money cannot buy.
Last time we saw each other.
But for every standing ovation, there was another challenge waiting behind the curtain. The pressure never disappeared. The expectations only grew. People expected Michael Jackson to be extraordinary every single day. Yet behind the legend was a human being who also experienced exhaustion, disappointment, and constant public scrutiny. His life became one of the most discussed in entertainment history. Sometimes celebrated, sometimes criticized, often misunderstood. Through it all, Katherine Jackson remained what she had always been, his mother, In interviews over the years, she has spoken about Michael as a loving son and a devoted father who cared deeply about his family.
That was the worst day of my life. Never had that feeling before. And I never want to feel like that again. Because Michael was a humble person, and that didn't even change him, even till the day he died.
Sir, I need an ambulance as soon as possible, sir.
I said, well, did he make it? And I was screaming like, did he make it? And Frank finally said slowly, no, he didn't make it.
To her, the headlines were never the whole story. Behind the global icon was the same child she had watched discover his extraordinary gift. That perspective reminds us of something we often forget. Legends belong to the world, but they also belong to families. Families who see the person behind the fame. Families who celebrate private victories and quietly carry private pain. Perhaps that's why Michael's story still feels unfinished to so many people. Not because the music stopped, but because the questions never completely disappeared. What more could he have created? What would another world tour have looked like? How many more songs were still waiting inside him? Those questions remain unanswered. But one thing isn't: his legacy. More than 4 decades after Thriller changed music forever, Michael Jackson's influence refuses to fade. His songs are streamed by millions. His choreography is studied by dancers around the world. His style is recreated by new generations of performers. And every time someone hears the opening beat of Billie Jean or watches a perfect moonwalk, the legend lives again. Maybe that's the greatest achievement of all. Not the awards, not the records, not even the sold-out stadiums. It's the fact that time itself has failed to erase him. Very few artists become famous. Even fewer become icons. Almost none become timeless. Michael Jackson became all three. His story reminds us that greatness is rarely easy. It demands sacrifice, discipline, endless work, and sometimes an enormous personal cost. For Katherine Jackson, the world may always remember the king of pop, but she remembers the son whose dream grew bigger than anyone could have imagined. And perhaps that's why, even today, when millions press play on one of his songs, it doesn't feel like they're only listening to music. It feels like they're keeping a promise that as long as his voice continues to echo around the world, Michael Jackson will never truly be gone.